This disaster! There's my cursor. I said I was not going to touch this again, but it's honestly so bad it's good at this point. Wonder who this guy's based on. I could have named him so much better. I did him diabolical. Wait, I just noticed. Oh, he's a minor. I still love her design, but I feel like she would look better if she was like a little bit more tan, just a little bit. But that might just be like a taste thing, I don't know. One of my friends had the biggest crush on this guy when I was writing this. I never ever want to see this motherfucker again in my life. Ever again. Him. That's all I'm gonna say about him right now. Him! Ah yes, the waste of a good design. Once again, terrible name. Out of all the things I could have named her. Sunny was outside his cave enjoying the— wait, why is this just a solid brick of text? Husband! Sunny was outside his cave enjoying the sunshine and eating bread when he saw one of the two people he hated most, Shiro. Shiro was floating across the garden, butt-ass booty naked. Pause. We're already off to a great start. Why is my nail so dirty? Sunny, very annoyed by this indecent exposure as if he isn't relying on a floor-length cloak and not a single other piece of clothing to keep him covered, got up and yelled at Shiro, "Your willy is rubbish!" That TikTok sticker I keep using is ruined now, okay? Shiro took great offense to this. He then noticed the lilac bush Sunny had affectionately named Carl. Already a bush joke. In the prologue! Turned to face it, then pondered what to do to it. Then he peed. Sunny yelled, "Not Carl!" and struck Shiro in the back of his head with bread. What was I thinking? A few crumbs got in his shoulder-length black wavy hair. Sunny then heard the yelling of the other person he hates most, Shiro's wife, Kuro. Thankfully, she was clothed in a long black dress. Wait, pause. I just remembered that Kuro was 21 and Shiro was 13 when they got married, and I never got the chance to reveal that in the story, so, yeah, if anyone starts commenting Kuro is hot before even finishing the story, yeah, don't. Thankfully, she was clothed in a long black dress. Unfortunately, she was flying at Sunny at full speed. She missed and landed in Carl, not the piss bush. Shiro immediately asked if she was okay, picked her up, and carried her away bridal style. Annoyed, Sunny went inside and began ranting to the 5'6" gray-skinned man-child he's taking care of. Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max. Apple's nice to talk to because he sits and listens. Sunny's wife Tigra then said dinner's here as Luna, the woman who's been bringing food to the cave, and Silver, the family friend who's been bringing food to the cave. Sorry, this is so hard to read because I didn't use paragraphs. Silver, the family friend who has been eating with the family since his wife died, arrived. However, Sunny and Tigra's son Antares still wasn't home. He's almost always out skateboarding or hanging out with someone. After an entire game of Uno, he came home with his skateboard and a Poultry Palace bag. What the fuck is Poultry Palace? Silver hates Poultry Palace, so he threw his sock at Antares, who did not react and threw out the empty bag. I was trying so hard to be random and funny, I swear. Then everyone ate the rice and mashed potatoes. What kind of meal is rice and mashed potatoes? Little did Sunny know, his life was about to take a new turn. I haven't talked to this pathological facade system in so long. So, if you're somehow watching this, hi! Chapter 1. The next day, Sunny was sitting in the cave and had nothing to do. Antares came home early because it was raining and brought home a half-empty pizza box, which he put in the fridge. Wait, pause. This reminds me of a time that, my dad, he put an empty pizza box back in the fridge because he wanted to feed a bit of extra cheese to the cat. No idea why that reminded me of that. If you're wondering how Sunny got electricity to a cave, anything is possible with screws borrowed from your aunt, galvanized steel, and eco-friendly wood. Okay, it's actually a spell. Why was I referencing those home design videos? Sunny learned a lot of spells because the power he was born with is useless. His tears can heal people, even if they're dying, but he doesn't cry. It's not a forcing himself not to cry because he's supposed to be a man thing. It's a he just naturally doesn't show much emotion thing. Anyways, the four people who lived there looked at each other, trying to figure out what to do. Eventually, the conversation became about what kind of underwear everyone prefers to wear. This is the freakiest thing I ever wrote, I swear. Sunny sat this tuck out as he walks around in only his floor-length cloak and not a single thing underneath. Everyone thinks he does this so naughty girls, aka Clover. You guys know, well, my friends know who Clover was. We'll try and sneak a peek at his naked body. But he keeps trying to explain that he does it because he finds it comfortable. Yeah, okay. He also does not see why women like him so much. Yeah, okay. Because despite the fact that he eats whole family-sized bags of candy and full loaves of bread in single sittings, he's so skinny you can kind of see his ribs. Tigro once told him there are some girls who are into that, such as herself and the author of this story. Okay. After the discussion topic changed like 50 times, it was dinner time and the usual guests were here. During dinner, the subject of Silver's dead wife, Gold, came up. She was truly beautiful, with beautiful blonde hair, golden feathered wings, and a great heart. She was super nice to everyone and a wonderful mother to Silver's children. Unfortunately, she became a Poultry Palace value bucket. Out of all the ways to kill her, she wasn't cooked or anything, just accidentally turned into one by her friend who happens to be a witch. Said friend didn't know it was her and fed her to her cats. Silver's very lonely sleeping by himself. Oh. Luna, still a teenage girl at heart, said, Silver, we need to get you a girlfriend. No, I could never love a woman as much as I love Gold, Silver replied. Luna had a solution. Then why don't we get you a boyfriend, she said, seeming to like the idea. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I'm just gonna... Is this what I was trying to write? She said, seeming to like the idea. Silver's face got beet red and there was silence for about a minute. Eventually, Silver spoke up. There was one man who I think was in love with me when I was younger. He was my best friend Merle. Or Merle, however the fuck you pronounce that. We knew each other since we were in middle school, and he would always look at me with a twinkle in his eyes. I was the only person he felt comfortable talking about his emotions with. and the only one who knew he didn't truly love his girlfriend. Is this what I was trying to write? I was also the only one who could calm him down when he got all angry. Wait, but after a few years he changed. He ran off to marry some girl he had just met and never talked to me again. I'm not sure whether or not I had feelings for him, but I'm flattered that someone as sweet and funny as him might have had a crush on me. So of course, everyone thought out plans to find however the fuck his name is pronounced.
$9 Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. The $5 classic box is iconic all over. The $7 Supreme
No,
box.
not the Taco Bell ad! Deserved! 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 Wait a second, I think there was actually art at the top of the chapters. Oh yeah, there was. Sunny was determined to find Silver's old friend and reunite the two, so he innocently asked Silver a lot of questions about him. I'm still not quite sure how to pronounce freaking Merle is only his nickname. Wait, Merlin the Wizard. His real name is Winston Gripweed. Say he's based on John Lennon without saying he's based on John Lennon. He went to the same school as Silver, was a year older than him, and wanted to be a musician. He also had wavy auburn hair he was trying to grow out, small grayish-brown eyes, a large pointy nose, thick eyebrows, a wide yet sharp jawline, and a tall, wide build. So as soon as Silver left, Sunny googled Winston Gripweed, and his heart sank when he saw the first result. Silver's friend has been missing for years, and the search party has given up and told his family he's dead. Sunny decided he would tell Silver he couldn't find anything about him. Just then, Sunny heard a splash outside. Kuro and Shiro had thrown a large rock into the filtered water Sunny uses for bathing. Nah, not the Sunny bath water. Sunny Harrison bath water. So they argued for a while. Then, without thinking, Sunny pushed Shiro into the water, and his long white dress got caught in the spinning filter, causing him to get sucked in. Happy tree friends ass incident. When he got him out, he turned the water red and was hard to look at. Wait. Sunny hurried under to take out the filter and save Shiro. When he got him out, he turned the water red and was hard to even look at. He had cuts, scratches, and gashes all over him. His dress and stockings were... No, I don't want to add a new tab. His dress and stockings were torn to shreds. A piece of the filter was stuck in his now extremely disheveled hair. His head was bleeding, and he was unconscious. Deserved! Sunny put Shiro down in the grass. Kuro began to cry, and before Sunny could even begin to tell her it was possible to save Shiro, she hit him, yelled, "You killed my husband! I hope you die!" and flew away. Sunny took Shiro inside, used a spell to create a bed. Bro thinks he's in Minecraft! And really wished he could cry on him. He removed his shredded clothes, threw them in the trash, and looked at his body. He was in rough shape. He had also lost a tooth, but it was one of the ones in the side, so it didn't need to be replaced. Yes, it would! He needs that to eat! He does need that tooth! Sunny got a bar of soap and a washcloth, wet the washcloth, and cleaned the blood off Shiro's body. Then he grabbed some bandages and wrapped him with them. Now for the part he was worried Shiro was going to throw a fit about. getting the piece of the filter out of Shiro's hair. Stop giving me a car ad! I can't even drive! I have too short of an attention span for that. Oh my god, I love this song. It wouldn't come out, so Sunny had to cut Shiro's hair to get it out. Everyone knows Shiro was so proud of his beautiful black shoulder-length hair, and quite a lot would have to be cut off to get the piece out. Anyways, womp womp. It's just hair. Then Sunny knows the reason he'd have to do something that would make Shiro even angrier. To properly clean and bandage a rather large cut on his scalp, Sunny wouldn't have no choice but to shave Shiro's head. Womp womp! So he dug through the closet for the clippers and decided to put a short guard on so growing it back would take slightly less time. Before starting, he whispered, "I'm sorry, Shiro." When Shiro's hair was all off, Sunny cleaned the cut and put a bandage on it. Then he realized he couldn't just leave Shiro naked. Yes, he could. So he put an old white t-shirt, a pair of Antares' underwear without his consent, and an old pair of black shorts on the table for him. Poor Antares having his underwear put on that thing. Then he used a spell to make curtains around the bed for his privacy. Again with the spells for everything! Said goodnight to him and closed the curtains. Then he realized who he had just lovingly cared for the injuries of. He didn't even think about the fact that it was Shiro, just that he was hurt and needed care. Maybe I'm a better person than I thought, Sunny whispered to himself. Why was that actually a really good George Harrison voice? Then he realized it was very late at night, crawled into bed with Tigra, and crashed. The one time that they spend normal time in the bed together in this whole story. Oh my fucking god. This had nothing to do with the chapter, I just wanted to sexualize Shiro. When Sunny woke up, he immediately went to check on Shiro. However, he wasn't there. He had left a note saying he was going shopping. I'm pretty sure that's not how dyslexia works, but okay. Because I remember I wanted to imply that Shiro had dyslexia and would be home soon. He most likely meant to write shopping. Sunny found his use of the word home interesting, and went into town to see if he could find his new friend and say good morning to him. He eventually found him in the mall at Phobos' Fashion. What kind of name is Phobos? Phobos! Sunny walked up to his friend and said, "Hey Shiro, I see you took your ripped hat out of the trash. I'm so sorry I pushed you into the water and I'm the reason you're Okay, I'm not gonna do the George voice for Sunny anymore. And I'm the reason your beautiful hair is gone and you're bandaged up." Shiro turned around and said, "So I'm Shiro and I fell in water." I can do the John voice. Sunny, concerned, asked, "You don't remember?" Not the diaper rat! I cannot be getting a diaper rat! I do not want babies, they're gross! Sunny, concerned, asked, "You don't remember?" Shiro answered, "Okay, I'm just gonna skip that." That is enough! Wait, where's the... That's enough. That is enough. Sunny interrupted. "Pay for your stuff and let's get you home," as he pulled his wallet out of his cloak pocket. Now, of course, out of every single person who could have seen Sunny, it just had to be the store owner and his ex, Darlene Phobos. What kind of name is that? That sounds like a grandma's name! Sunny wasn't as upset by this as a normal person would be, and neither was Darlena. She walked up to him and said hi. A very shy Sunny replied, "Oh, hi, Dari." Dari? And they talked for a while. Sunny was surprised by the fact that Darlena seemed jealous of Tigra. He thought, despite the fact that she started a horrible rumor about me, maybe something within her just still wants to marry me, and for us to be Sunshine and Darlena Mars, a lovely married couple. Sunshine? Mars? But he didn't bring it up. He knows that due to her wonderful beauty and her kind heart, she's probably seeing someone else now. After Shiro finished paying for his new clothes, Sunny said goodbye to Darlena and took Shiro home. On the way there, she explained to Shiro what had happened between him and Darlena. She was a human many years ago. How many years ago are we talking? And Sunny made her immortal with a spell because he fell in love with her. They had plans to finally marry about 15 years ago. Wait, hold on, I need to change positions. And Sunny had made her immortal with a spell because he fell in love with her. Wait, no, I'm at the wrong place. But she overheard Sunny's little friend Luna, who was in high school at the time, telling another friend of hers about her new boyfriend. His name was Sammy. Misheard Sammy as Sunny. Man, I hate when that happens. And thought she was talking about Sunny, so she yelled at him through tears because she thought her lover was cheating on her with a minor, and walked out never to be seen again. Hey, you created Kuro, person who wrote the story, and Kuro married a 13-year-old, so, I thought you supported that, Clover? By the way, yeah, calling my past self by my old online name because I refuse to believe that that's me. And walked out never to be seen again. He never even got to tell her about his 400-year-old son. 400? Then everyone was against Sunny until Luna said she wasn't talking about him. Then unfortunately, 16-year-old Sammy died of a disease the doctors couldn't identify. Sunny never got to meet Sammy, but he sounded like a good kid. Poor Luna is unmarried at 30 because losing him hurt her so bad. When Sunny got Shiro home, Shiro immediately went to try on the clothes that he had bought. He came out in a long, form-hugging white dress with slits in the sides of the skirt, a sheer white floral pattern jacket, knee socks with a swirling lace design, white Mary Jane shoes, a necklace with a quartz heart, and a wide white hat with feathers and flowers on it with a veil that covered his face, but he claimed he could still see. Sunny took his word for it. At dinner, Shiro was the life of the party despite his hidden face and amnesia, and he got along great with Silver. That night, Shiro asked Sunny to talk to him privately, so they went to Shiro's bed. Shiro then timidly said, "Sunny, can I live here and be part of your family?" Sunny said, "I thought you were," then hugged him tightly. As he did, tears of joy fell from his eyes, and Shiro's wounds were healed. However, he still had some turmoil in his brain. Achha! You're not cool, Reggie. Achha! Bonus. Why is this actually funny? Why is his arm so long? This had nothing to do with the chapter. I hate how I used to render hair. The next day, Shiro had already regained his sass. I can't snap my fingers. Find your winter escape in Arizona or Texas. He refused his breakfast because it wasn't one of the 2 breakfast foods he'll eat. He watched Aunt Terry's play a game on the TV for a while, then put his show on when he went to the bathroom. He put his bare, stinky feet on a table. So Tigra decided to start spraying him with water when he misbehaved. Worked like a charm. Sunny would tease Shiro about it, calling him Little Kitty Cat. And he never took it well. He'll get over it. While Aunt Terry's was out skateboarding, Sunny retreated to his bed to think about something. He pulled out a picture of himself with Darlena, sat down on the bed, and thought about all the little details of their relationship. She was the reason he goes by Sunny instead of Sunshine now. He used to call her Dory. It's giving Finding Dory. Finding Dory. He met her about 350 years ago. She was initially a one-night-only girl. That was a sin back then. But he fell in love with her. She would let him pet her cat Snowy until he escaped and got run over by a horse and buggy. Horse and buggy. Was it the horse or the buggy, though? Probably the horse. I don't want no Quaker Oats. Where's the remote? I don't want no Quaker Oats. She's a very beautiful woman, too. No, she's not. Her cute, innocent face reminded him of a bunny, and her blonde hair was like pure gold. Her baby pink eyes are so beautiful and unique. Who has pink eyes? The little gap between her two front teeth is so cute. The first time Sunny complimented her gap, Darlena thought he was being backhanded, but it's true, he really loved everything about her. In the picture, the two of them are standing in a field. They aren't touching, but you could tell they love each other by their eyes. Their pupils are dilated, and there's sparks in their eyes. Aww. Sunny began to cry. His body was getting hot and red from the emotions, so he stood up and took off his cloak. God fucking damn it, Clover. No, what did I open? What did I open? He sat back down on his bed, feeling the blanket on his now exposed butt. Okay, real, as someone who sometimes sleeps naked, blankets do feel good on my booty. I don't think you needed to know that. He sat there naked, looking at the picture, and remembered how good Darlena looked without her clothes on. I will not type his thoughts. Good! Because most of my friends who read this story are minors, and so am I. Yeah, you were 15, way too young to be writing this. And I'm planning to show this story to my mom. I did not, in fact, show this story to my mom, but I might show her this video. Sunny was distracted as he noticed himself in the picture. He was much younger then, but you can tell it's him by his thin face, almost unibrow, or as my mom would call it, Oscar the Grouch eyebrow. And sharp teeth. His dark wavy hair was shorter back then. He touched his hair and thought about how he had grown it out because he hates getting it cut. The scissors are loud and annoying. He's always worried his barber will mess up. And it's gross seeing hair fall onto himself. Since he keeps it a bit longer now, it needs to be cut less frequently. He also wore different clothes back then. You can see his dark purple button-up shirt and golden ombre shawl. He looked at the cloak on the floor and couldn't remember what it felt like to wear anything other than that and the choker Tigra gave him years ago. Sunny fell in love with Tigra after Darlena left him. He realized he loves her while watching Antares. Antares is his biological child, the only one he ever conceived. Why is there so much info dumping in this? Like,
okay,
bro really said...
Lancome Idol fragrances, so when they dropped their new Idol Power fragrance, I knew this was coming home with me. It's fruity, it's woody. That sandalwood mixed with the signature rose is perfection. You're going to love it.
This was me!
These are our people.
Dump rock. Dump rock. Dump rock. Dump rock overfilled. I might actually change the name of this to Dump Ruck Overfilled. He wasn't... Wait. Antares is his biological child, the only one he ever conceived, which is surprising because Sunny used to be a very naughty boy. Not just a naughty boy, a very naughty boy. He just wasn't sure if he loved Tigra until he realized he did. He knew by how he felt when she hugged him that he's in love with her. The two are now, as you know, a close married couple. Well, duh. But Sunny just kept thinking about what could have been if Darlena stayed with him. As he was thinking, Tigra came in through the curtain and sat next to him. She said worriedly, "Am I not enough?" She was the only sane character in this whole story. Sunny did not know she had come in, and he put his hand on her shoulder and said, "You are just..." He sighed, thinking about the past. Wait, no. "You are..." just thinking about the past. Wait, hold on, I need to plug my phone in. Gotta put this Sunny into my phone's Tigra hole. That was bad. Tigra gave her naked, tear-stained husband a big kiss on the lips. Then he whispered some stuff, and I'm not telling you what they did next. Use your imagination. I don't want to use my imagination! After they finished, they snuggled up to each other's nude bodies and napped until dinner. Sonny! I hate you! And you too! You too, Finding Dory! Okay, aw. Historically inaccurate, but aw. Oh god, this chapter. Wait, no. I'm thinking of another one. A few months passed, and there were no interesting occurrences, other than Shiro deciding to grow his hair out because he didn't like how he looked with his head shaved, and Luna deciding to stop bleaching her. Aiden, stop texting me! And yeah, this time it's not Allison who keeps texting me while I'm recording. And Luna deciding to stop bleaching her hair and let it go back to its natural dark brown color. Well, not until Apple's birthday at least. Sunny threw a great party for him at the house, where it seems that everything that could go wrong did. Luna didn't show up. Apple seemed upset the whole time. During the happy birthday song, someone let out a rancid fart. Very loud and smelled horrendous. No one claimed this monster fart as theirs. Some claim it came from Antares' direction, but he denied it. It was Antares' fart. Wait, no. It was the Shiro fucker's fart. And Shiro did not want the cake, so he ran outside and jumped in the bush named Carl. It cannot be that bad of a cake, Shiro! Wait, hold on, I need to change positions again. No, my pillow! My pillow's falling! What did I just knock over? I'll get it later. Which hurt his legs and tore his stockings. Good! Also, Silver meant to buy Apple a blanket, but got the wrong package and it was a bunch of nail polishes. Apple said he might use it. At one point during the party, Shiro pointed to Apple and worriedly said, "That child doesn't smile, is he depressed?" Sunny replied, "He can smile, he just doesn't. But when he does, you can see that he's a very happy young man." Apple! Wait, it's giving the annoying orange. Hey, Apple! Show Shiro your smile. Apple looked at Shiro and smiled with his teeth, so big that you could barely see his eyes. Wait, hold on, nah, I gotta sit up. Then went right back to whatever he was doing on... Why can't I scroll? Whatever he was doing on his phone with a blank expression. Silver joined the conversation with, "That's a smile you'd see in a photo my Gold would take." Shiro asked, "Who is Gold?" Silver began to cry and said, "She was my wife, the princess of the sky." Silver asked, What? Wait, crap. Oh my fucking god. The Shiro fucker was accidentally written with the same name as the Shiro fucker. Wait, I just spoiled it. Did you get a divorce? Silver said no, she died. She loved taking pictures and would love to take some of Apple's big smile. I think I'm getting sick. Silver was in tears by this point. Shiro panicked and impulsively pulled the crying man onto a chair and began holding him and stroking his hair as he cried. Wait, hold on. Silver then told Shiro everything. Silver was a doll, and a young witch in training turned him human, then discarded him. He discovered his name from a book, and soon met... Wait, was the book about the periodic table? This is the periodic table, no gas is stable, halogens and alkali react aggressively. Each period we see new outer shells while electrons are added, moving to the right. Yes, I'm a nerd. And soon met Gold, who liked that their names matched. Aww, she's definitely not gonna die. Why am I getting an ad about drug addiction? The two eventually married, and had many children together before her untimely death. Shiro hugged Silver tighter with every new thing he said. Silver told Shiro that he reminded him of someone he knows named Winston, Merlin the Wizard, Gripweed. And Shiro said he thinks he has a distant relative named that. He met once and never heard a thing about again. Literally me with some of my aunts and other cousins. Aunts and uncles and cousins, pretty much. Like, I had to ask who Uncle David is and Uncle Jeremy multiple times. Mom, if you somehow see this video, I still have no idea who Uncle Jeremy is. Shiro's getting some memories back through dreams. Are we sure they're actual memories? Wait, hold on. I gotta stretch my legs out. Silver fell asleep on Shiro, so Shiro decided to nap too. The two men took a nap together, very peacefully. People who don't know them would think they're a couple. Wait, where's the tab? Wait. Sunny could feel the light bulb above his head. Wait. When Silver woke up, Sunny took him to talk privately. Silver was confused, and Sunny put his hand on his shoulder and said, "I think you should go on a date with Shiro." Silver was shocked by this. His face reddened. He said he could never betray Gold, and he doesn't know if he should go out with Shiro. Sunny said he's sure she'll be happy seeing her love happy. Silver said he would consider it, and maybe say yes if Shiro asked him out. Just maybe. Another light bulb appeared above Sunny's head. Oh, look, it's Jesus. After Silver left, Sunny asked to talk to Shiro privately. Shiro laughed and said that he also wanted to tell Sunny something. Sunny asked what it was, and Shiro nervously said, "I like someone, but I'm worried people will make fun of me for who it is." Sunny sweetly asked, "Why would anyone laugh at you?" Shiro sighed and said, "Because he's a man." We knew it. The closet was glass. Sunny hugged Shiro and told him that he will not judge. Shiro then said, "I'll just tell you who it is. It's Silver." Sunny said, "Ask him out on a date. He'd love you. Well, if you take a bath, stinky." Literally what my mom says to me when I haven't bathed in a few days. Shiro was too stunned to speak. Wait. The man was too stunned to speak. like 500 different camera angles of him being too stunned to speak. That night, Sunny was on the computer to look up something about racing and saw a news article that made his heart sink. Haha, cliffhanger. Bonus. Okay. This is actually the kind of stuff I draw now. But they're not cat boys. That's the difference. Aw. Nice PixArt sticker hat. Wait, hold on, I need a break. I got a water, and also my mom showed me some stupid video of me singing when I was like 3. Alright, so this is how full it is now, and I'm gonna take a sip every single time there's a sex joke in this. Chapter 6. She's on the stairway to heaven. That's a Led Zeppelin reference. I don't even listen to Led Zeppelin. 30-year-old woman found dead, read the title of the article Sunny saw. But that wasn't the only part that upset Sunny. The picture was a woman he knew and loved very well. He clicked the article, and it only took one sentence to destroy him. 30-year-old Luna Demos was found dead in her bedroom, covered in bruises and blood. Sunny shut off his computer, plopped down on his bed face down, and cried himself to sleep. Tigra was next to him in her pajamas sleeping when he woke up. He kissed her forehead and got up. He really hoped the others had seen the article and he didn't have to break the news to everyone. No one brought it up until Antares asked, "Did anybody else find out about Luna or just me?" It turns out everyone knew but Tigra, who had just thought Sunny was very tired the previous night. She very concernedly asked, "What happened to Luna?" Apple sighed and said, "She's dead. The detectives think someone beat her to death in her room." I don't need no shea butter. I can't skip it. The detectives think someone beat her to death in her room. Tigra looked like she was about to throw up as she scaredly asked, "Who would do that to—" Finally, I can skip! Tigra looked like she was about to throw up as she scaredly asked, "Who would do that to such a kind, innocent young lady? She wouldn't hurt a fly." Sunny gave his wife a comforting hug and a loving kiss on her cheek, then held her in his arms as he told her only a horrible monster could do that to someone as sweet and caring as her. I hope they rot in prison for what they did. Apple said, "I just can't believe she's dead. I've known her longer than I can remember, and she was such a great woman." Shiro said, "I wish I could get to know her better. She was so nice to me." And Terry said, "She was like my sister. After a sad morning of mourning. One hand clap. I'm pretty sure that people do read this with one hand. Now I gotta find where. After a sad morning of mourning the late Luna and a very uneventful afternoon, it was time for dinner. Silver brought food he cooked, because he knew what happened to Luna too. You see, in the small town Luna and Silver live in, nothing interesting ever happens, so Luna's death is the story in the town's news, and her poor elderly mother had to beg the local newspapers not to use the photo of her bruised, bloody corpse, and instead use pictures where she's alive and beautiful so people can see what was taken away. That picture had apparently been removed from the very article Sunny had read, and apparently Luna's autopsy was being done as they spoke. After dinner, Shiro found something interesting in the tall grass outside the entrance. 6-inch binders glued together and decorated with various stickers that were everything from smiley faces to puppies to one of those stickers with a barcode on it you see on apples, with a photo of a familiar-looking young girl with dark hair and a bun. All binders full to the point that you couldn't possibly fit another piece of paper in there. Sunny knew what it was. It was Luna's diary. That he still has no clue how she could carry it. Even though she had been asking Sunny for paper and putting it in there since she met him as a 12-year-old girl who she was when she went to him for help with a history assignment. Old man! She said it was She said it was because she was worried her math teacher would figure out that her lying little ass was not using all that paper for homework. She must have dropped it while leaving on the last night she was seen alive by anyone at the cave. Antares, Apple, and Silver wanted to read it to see if there was anything pointing to who her killer was. Shiro, Tigra, and Sunny did not want to read this poor girl's diary because maybe she wouldn't want 6 people reading her private writings about everything she has experienced since she was 12. They decided to discuss it tomorrow because the celebrity romance reality show they like to make fun of was coming on. Bonus. Loop Zoop reference. Roses are red, violets are blue, garlic bread, Blink 182. Alright, now I'm really thirsty, so screw the challenge. Let's see how fast I can finish this. Sip 1. Sip 2. Sip 3. Sip 4. Sip 5. Sip 6.
Dreth packs are specially designed to be tough on stains, but gentle on skin. So it's delicate enough for newborns and
7.
strong enough for new parents.
I drank this in 7 sips.
Strong enough for
Well, 8 if you count the one I took earlier. That is exactly what I needed, actually. Oh my fucking god. Sunny could not sleep that night, and neither could Tigra, so they cuddled up and it didn't work. The next day, after dinner, the group decided they would read Luna's diary, as there could be important information leading to the identity of her murderer in there. And also because, in the words of Antares, a dead body can't do a thing about it. He has a point! Sunny very reluctantly decided to start from the very beginning, as even back then it was possible to find a motive. It started out as just her complaining about how much she hated middle school, not much noteworthy stuff. The most interesting thing was that she had written about her first ever crush, which was on a boy in her class, when she was 13, and had scribbled out his name every single time he was mentioned. There was one entry that said, "Last night was the first time I ever had scribbled out word." Oh my fucking god. It was a scribbled out boy, and did not feel very nice. I never want to do that again. Entire whited out paragraph with scared, angry, throwing up, and crying emoji stickers on it. Oh my fucking god. At 13! The next entry was about how she couldn't believe he didn't love her. A few entries later, she began with, "Now that I'm done screaming Silver's name and scribbling it out." Sunny looked at Silver and asked, "Was it you?" Silver looked embarrassed and said, "Yeah." Was this a typo, or did he actually just, yeah, to having fucked a girl at 13? A few entries later, she talked about getting her period for the first time and had put an actual smear of the blood on the page. That is gross. Even I wouldn't do that. Not relevant, but stood out. Wait a second, she did that before she even got her period. She also apparently cried when she found out Silver had a girlfriend who went to a different school. Wait a second, if he's a doll, why is he in school? So many logic errors in this. Quite a few entries later, her chemicals activated. I never shut the fuck up about those chemicals back then. You see, with Silver, the most she wanted to do was hugging and stuff. But when she was 14, she got the most horrendous crush on Sunny. Every other entry had a photo of him glued to the page with love hearts and talked about her extremely intimate fantasies about him. Me in July went John Lennon. This may or may not have been me projecting back then, even though I was pretty much just faking it to fit in and also letting the intrusive thoughts win. Sorry for just casually, like, trauma dumping, sorry. But I hate my July self and June self. But July was worse. Sunny was extremely embarrassed by this for obvious reasons. She was 14 when she wrote these. It just got worse and worse. She even made a list of baby names right after a page that looked to have had grape juice or something spilled on it. Eventually, when she was 15, she snuck a photo of Sunny sitting naked by his bathing hole. Nah, we got the freaking sexual harassment going on in this story. Probably about to get in. She printed it out and glued it to the paper and seemed very disappointed about how his upper body and arms were a hairless twig, and then... I don't care about no Eric who has a dog named Ollie. She seemed very disappointed about how his upper body and arms were a hairless twig and his legs and private part looked like a werewolf. The fantasies then abruptly stopped and the diary became about school stuff again. Me when August 3rd! Bro had her August 3rd over freaking... Wait, hold on. Built like Georgie Porgy Harrison, and you do not want to know how long it took me to find this picture. Sunny couldn't help but laugh. All it took was uneven body hair. I'm pretty sure George Harrison had arm hair. And also armpit hair, and also hair on his head. But what do I know? I don't even really know about that area, to be honest. Then she almost immediately got asked out by that Sammy boy and started writing about how sweet he is and how much she loved him. Why on earth am I shaking? What? You can probably picture how sad she got when she found out about his disease. For the whole month before he died, the two tried to do everything a couple should do. So, like, marrying each other, which adult couples do only. Again with the dirty-ass nails. Having babies, which only adults should do, in my opinion. And getting a house. And... freaking everything. And what do you mean about should? Every date is different. Every couple is different. They went on dates every night. They would always get intimate after. A 15-year-old and a 16-year-old. They had a fake wedding in her yard. Then she lived with him in his basement. They installed furniture and that was their apartment. A 15-year-old and a 16-year-old! And she made him dinner every night. So she was already a freaking housewife at 15! When he felt himself slipping, she brought him to die under an apple tree because apples are his favorite fruit. And she stayed with him the whole time. She ran away crying the second he closed his eyes. Then something clicked in Sunny's mind. Like the freaking Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. The dying teenage boy Sunny had found under an apple tree and given a magic ring some years back. The boy he had lovingly nurtured and named Apple was Luna's boyfriend, Sammy. Sunny asked Apple if he had dated Luna, and he very timidly said yes. Just then, Aunt Terry said, "So that's why this article says your fingerprints and DNA were found on her body and in her room," and called the police. The band or the police force? Bonus! I don't like the bonus. Why does his rib cage look like that? I don't think... I do not want to watch Dragon Ball!
At home, we've been thinking about the future.
Why's she blue?
Began partnering.
I don't want to think about the future. I just want George. And here's 15-year-old Luna. Thinking about her murderer. Wait, hold on a second. I'm tired of having to read these.
Chapter 8 2510 by Clover_the_mouse. Follow. Share.
Bro.
Word after Antares finished calling the police. It was so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Eventually, Antares was the one who broke the silence. Oh, and Apple, you did too much. Apparently,
Did too
she
much.
actually died from the shock of you in her room late at night, and you were just beating her corpse.
Wow.
Not cool.
Bro's a wife beater.
Apple then went bombaloo.
Bombaloo!
Around screaming profanity and hitting, biting, or kicking anyone he could and knocking over anything he could while Sunny tried to keep him restrained. Eventually, Shiro knocked him on the ground and pinned him down, then pounded his forehead until he was unconscious.
Damn!
Shiro stayed on top of Apple in case he woke up. By the
Damn!
time the police arrived, Apple was awake and confused. He asked what was going on, and claimed to have no idea who Samuel Richardson is.
Richardson?
He seemed genuinely confused and was crying and apologizing a ton, even though he had just been screaming about how he hated how she hadn't recognized him and said no when he asked her out, trying to rekindle their relationship. The crying mess of a boy was shoved in the back of the police car and driven away. Afterwards, Silver said, "Who wants apple pie?"
Time and a place, Silver. No one wants your apple pie.
No one was sure what to say. So after the pie was all eaten, Silver went home and everyone got ready for bed. Sunny and Tigra got a bit spicy to
Tigra?
distract themselves,
A bit
and did not hear
spicy.
Shiro cry himself to sleep while holding Apple's stuffed koala. Antares just stayed up all night blasting music through his headphones.
I do
In
that
the morning,
sometimes.
everyone was still in shock, so breakfast was quiet. Shiro was even on his phone. He seemed like he was deep in thought about something. Antares peeked over and said, "Oh, someone's sending in a love confession." Shiro looked
Sending.
embarrassed and confessed to having an AI write it. Antares said, "I can tell,"
I can
and
tell.
showed it to Sunny and Tigra.
Tigra
Hey,
again.
Silver. I've been meaning to tell you something important for a while now. I really appreciate your kindness and how you're always there for me. It means more than I can put into words. I was thinking it would be nice if we spent some time together, just the two of us. How about catching a movie sometime soon?
I actually had
We could grab
ChatGPT
dinner
write this, I
afterward
think.
And maybe hang out at my place. I'd really like to get to know you even better and share some more moments together. Let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to it. Best, Shiro Tigra yelled Boy No. Do not send him that. And
Boy,
delete the
no,
whole
do
thing.
not send him that.
Shiro looked like this. He said, "I just don't know how to put it into words how much I love him, so I had AI do it." Antares left the table because he has never had a successful romantic relationship. Sunny asked, "What are some things you like about him?" Shiro said, "I love how kind he is to me. I love his smile. I love his captivating green eyes. I love his laugh. I love his
Nah,
big
not the
butt.
big
I love
butt.
his dash, whoa, WHOA.
Whoa, whoa, WHOA.
Mention everything you listed, except his butt." Shiro began typing. Tigra said, "And the idea
Tigra.
for a date is amazing." Shiro kept typing. Eventually, he finished and asked, "How's this?" "Hey Silver, I think I should finally tell you this. I'm in love with you. I love how nice you are smile, you are eyes, you are laugh, and you are humor. I honestly think you should be my BF. Friday night, how about we see a movie, then get food, then crash at my
Bro
place?"
misspelled
Tiger said,
night.
"Hit send." Sunny said, "Keep us updated." Shiro hit send. A few seconds later, everyone anxiously stared at the Silver is typing. Eventually, the message came through and said, yes, OMG, Illit, red heart, red heart, red heart. Shiro did a happy dance while Sunny and Tigra hugged each other. And Terry's put on happy music. The rest of the day felt wonderful, and Silver even kissed Shiro's cheek before dinner. Tigra felt like a proud mother, but Sunny felt like he was happy for one of his brothers, and Terry's planned up some devious little brother stuff. Bonus. Continue to next part. Add. Vote. Be the
No.
first to comment speech balloon. You'll also like
No.
7.1K5.
Wow, the bonus art is so edgy. And then there's just. I don't want no Quaker Oats. Alright. No. Do I really have to do this for
Chapter
every...
1610 by Clover _ the mouse. Follow. Share. Shiro floated out through the curtain around his bed, wearing a nice dress, jacket, stockings, and shoes, obviously in pure white, and that veiled hat he always wears. He spun around and asked, how do I look? Sunny, Tigra, and Terry's all thought he looks good. But Sunny had a thought. Go without your hat. He'd
Wait, hold
love
on, let
to
me
see your
change the
face.
voice. I was trying to change the voice, but... I want it to be British. I can't make it British. I can't make it British. Wait, no, yes I can. Let's see, I'll use... Maisie, I like the name Maisie.
Thanks. Shiro said, I was thinking I'd dramatically do it to him when I bring him home. Like in that movie we watched with the guy's mask, Sunny. Not sure what to say, just simply nodded in understanding.
Bro did not
Shiro then
understand.
left, and Sunny
Shiro.
decided to follow him. He used a spell to make himself invisible, and followed behind Shiro. He watched him teleport to Silver's house, so he used a spell to go there too. Shiro knocked on the door, and Silver surely appeared. The two
Okay, I can't handle this thing mispronouncing his name. I'm gonna change it back. I'll change it to Sonia.
Two talked for a bit, got into Silver's car, and Silver drove off. Sunny ran to follow.
Bro's a fast
Eventually,
runner.
They got to the movie theater.
How did he not get run
Sunny
over?
followed closely behind them and sat in the empty seat behind them. It was a stupid comedy movie with very interesting humor. So
Probably
both of
funnier
them
than
were
my humor
laughing
at the time.
hysterically. Sunny kinda laughed at some parts, but tried to stay quiet so the lovebirds wouldn't suspect anything. They did not, in fact, do the cutesy romance story.
I don't need no dating app, I'm a minor!
Popcorn thing. After the movie, the two walked across the street to a restaurant. Shiro had had too much
Shiro
popcorn,
is
so he
wild.
just
At
got
least this
waffle
voice
fries.
isn't an annoying kid
Silver
voice.
got vegetable soup with no beef.
No
They talked
beef.
about the movie for a bit. Then they went completely off topic and started talking about what they would name their pets. They both enjoyed their food. Then Silver got some ice cream. He offered Shiro some, but Shiro wouldn't take it. He said, dude, I just said I'm full. Silver laughed and said, well, maybe I just wanted a big guy to cuddle. Shiro burst out laughing, pulled a pen out of his bag, and drew himself as a circle with limbs on a napkin next to a heart-eyed stick figure Silver. The two kept laughing at that until they drove off in Silver's car. Silver then surprised Shiro with a location he had not mentioned before. It was a large field with tall grass. Silver told Shiro that he would go there with Gold to watch the sunset sometimes. So, the two watched the sunset together. Shiro stood up when it was dark, took a cheap white fan out of his inventory.
Out of his inventory!
Sunny wasn't sure if it was intentional, but Shiro appeared to be showing Silver a bit of his underwear.
Why? Of course there's black and orange on my TV right now.
Silver consented, of course. Silver, I love you so much. I can't put it into words how much you mean to me.
Kiss,
So
kiss,
I put it
kiss,
into an
kiss.
action, and he
Wait,
gave
hold on.
Silver-
Pause. Wait, this video's an hour long. Why won't it on?
Silver a big hug. Silver was a bit surprised, but
Nah.
eventually wrapped his arms around Shiro and enjoyed the hug. The two lovers held hands as they went back to the car. Silver drove back to the cave and brought Shiro in. Tigra had gone to bed, but Antares was up, on the couch, in a band t-shirt and boxers
what
with a halo
band?
pattern on them, eating a sandwich and listening to music with his cheap headphones he's had longer than he remembers, and he just realized they were practically useless and haven't worked as intended for 9 years when Silver complimented the song he was listening to. Antares then told Shiro and Silver not to tell his parents he was up so late, stuffed the rest of his sandwich in his mouth, and went off to bed. The two quietly laughed to each other, and then got silent, as Silver very visibly began to heat up. Sunny was so happy. Silver is in love with Shiro. Silver asked Shiro a very important question. Why can't I see your face? Shiro said, my reason at first was I thought I'd look better with more hair, but now that it's grown in, it's basically just a style thing, so. And he took off his hat to reveal his handsome, blushing face and wavy black hair that was starting to regain its length. Silver visibly got even more heated up as he reached out and touched
I don't need no
Shiro's
oil
cheek.
change.
You're quite handsome, you know, right before he kissed Shiro's lips. While they were kissing, Shiro picked up Silver and carried him to his bed. Sunnis invisibility spell wore off, so he crept into his bed area while trying to make out some talking and heard some fabric hit the floor. Then for a while, he heard Shiro's bed creaking and moaning. Sunny fell asleep happy for his friends. Bonus. Yes, I actually drew that on a napkin.
No.
Continue to next part. Add.
I do not care that Mick posted a story. I know that she's my friend, but I do not care that she posted a story right now. Anyways. Why is it?
Chapter 10.
Oh.
1310. By Clover_the_mouse. Follow. Share. A few uneventful weeks later, Sunny decided
Make sure
to
they're in the
surprise
right car
everyone with a
seat.
trip to the beach. He dug out a Speedo from the
Not
closet that was a bit too small. He
This
found himself
chapter!
blushing at the
The
swimsuit.
beach
Antares
episode!
wore his skull-pattern swim
No!
trunks he also wears to sleep sometimes. Shiro wore white swim trunks with ruffles on the ends. Silver went with because he is Shiro's boyfriend now. Silver had said that he never thought he could fall in love again until he looked into Shiro's pure white eyes and knew he is the one for him. While Sunny was leaving the cave, he saw that he had mail. He thought the perfume Tigra ordered 3 months ago finally got here, but it was just a letter to him and another letter to Shiro. Neither had a return address, and both had the same
Ooh,
handwriting, which could be
mysterious.
considered bad but looked cute in a way. No one recognized said handwriting. It looked like it was most likely a teenage girl, but we don't stereotype here. Could have been a
Why was there such a
38-year-old
long
man for all we
pause?
know. The one Sunny got said a bunch of random nonsense sentences, then just randomly Apple didn't kill her. I did. With magic. I chose him because I read her diary and it made sense. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The one Shiro got was also random sentences, but contained an out-of-nowhere Winston Gripweed. I know where you are. You are there. Sorry, I meant your name I gave you if you even still use it, Shiro. Clogs are ugly shoes.
Clogs
Silver
are
looked at
ugly
Shiro,
shoes.
unable to speak. His green eyes moved up and down on Shiro's body. Eventually, he said, Mal, is it
Mal.
really you?
Merle.
You've gotten so much skinnier and paler, and your hair is darker, and your eyes have lost their brown, but, you know, I still love you. Why didn't you tell me?
Why did it
Shiro
pause?
said, I had amnesia, you absolute fool.
I had
And when
amnesia,
I
you
had a
absolute
dream
fool.
That explained my weird feeling around you, I didn't know how to tell you. Silver then pulled Shiro in for a hug, and said I missed you. Why did you leave with that girl? Shiro confessed that he didn't remember. Silver kissed his lips and told him it's okay, because they're together now. Sunny knows who wrote those letters. It was Kuro.
Kyoro?
That crazy lady we
It's
haven't heard
Kuro.
from since chapter 2. See, I told you she was included in official character stuff instead of like Darlena or Gold or someone for a reason. Seriously, why do the non-existent Gold enjoyers not know what she looks like? As the author, she's literally stunning. It's a shame I haven't drawn her. Better send me some death threats so I hurry up and draw
There were
her.
better reasons
Please
to give me
don't
death threats
actually
back
do
then.
that, I will cry. Sunny decided to send the letters back to Kuro's house, but not before he graded them like an English teacher. Both got failing grades. Off the family went to the beach. They had a great time. Sunny and Tigra chased each other around in the sand, and Terry's joined some random kids' water gun war, and Shiro and Silver went off into the water together. Sunny noticed two girls staring at him. Of course they were. He also saw Shiro lose his swim trunks in the water. He looked so
Nah.
embarrassed as he covered his private part with his hands, and the whole beach heard Silver laugh as he picked the trunks up out of the water. When Sunny and Tigra got tired, they sat down and watched Anteri's win for his team, then triumphantly wrap his soaked body in a towel and sit down. The family had a silly conversation, until Sunny noticed that his son hadn't said anything in a while, and looked like he saw something he really liked. Sunny immediately knew what Anteri saw.
Oh.
Staring at a beautiful blonde woman in a black bikini. She was taking a walk with a sweet, beautiful smile on her face. Her mouth was closed though. Antares was looking at her with sparkly eyes and dilated pupils. Sunny whispered to Antares, do you think she's pretty? A very embarrassed Antares whispered yeah, I guess that's one way to explain why I can't stop looking at her. Sunny whispered, go tell her. It'll make her day. Antares whispered, okay, I'll do it. Sunny said, wait a minute, open your mouth, sniffed Antares' breath, and gave his son a thumbs up while saying, okay, you're good. Antares was walking up to the girl when an old
George,
lady dropped
save
the
me
purse
from
and was
this.
having trouble bending over to pick it back up. Antares quickly picked up the purse and handed it back to the lady, saying, here you go. The lady said, thank you, dear.
Bro,
Such
just
a
skip the
sweet
word
young man.
ma'am.
Antares then noticed that the beautiful woman had seen him pick up the purse.
Wait,
He
what?
knew this was his chance. He went up to her with butterflies in his stomach and said, hi, I think you're very beautiful. The woman's cheeks got pink, and she said, thank you. You are handsome and sweet. The old lady said, oh, young man, you are getting good karma for being so sweet. She will be your wife in a few years, and you will give her a baby. And Teresa's face got red, and so did the blonde woman's, and he said, I don't even know her name. The pretty woman said, oh, my name is Zvezda. Zvezda Svetilo. And Teres shook her hand as
The
he
Texas
said,
we
I'm
probably
Antares
butchered her
Mars.
name.
Nice to meet you, Zvezda. The two talked for a while and exchanged
I wonder if it's
numbers,
actually
and Sunny had a
Zvezda.
feeling Antares would be getting ready
Zvezda,
for
oh
date soon,
my
but
god.
he had no idea what he would see when he got home. Bonus. Yes, I'm reusing an edit I sent to one person for funsies. Continue to next part. Add. Vote. Be the first to comment.
Not fucking Wait. Double nut. That thing really is too small. I think I used this for a meme once. Sometimes I'm Bombaloo.
Chapter 11 1710 by Clover_the_mouse. Follow. Share. Sunny was not prepared to see her trying to get in his cave, her being Kuro.
Kuro.
Sunny made a magical barrier many years ago that only those he wants in there can get through. Silver quickly whispered to Shiro, hide in that bush, or I won't let you touch my bush later.
Wait.
Shiro quickly got
Wait. A certain Discord server knows.
Hair complex repairs weak inner hair bonds to strengthen.
No, I didn't want to do that.
Everpure from L'Oreal Paris. Try our new bond repair oily serum.
got into the bush named Carl. Sunny looked at Silver, confused on what he meant when he said that. Silver said the bush in my yard needs some trimming.
Oh, haha, very
Seriously,
funny,
that thing
because
is the
bush
reason
is
the flower garden
like
isn't getting
pubes,
enough
and
sunlight
I
because
had a
it's taking it all.
fetish.
And then Shiro whispered something Sunny didn't catch. Sunny walked up to Kuro and said, please leave. Kuro
Oh,
said,
tried to please leave.
oh, please let me in. I'm just trying to find my Shiro. Sunny said, girl, you literally saw his corpse. Just
Wait,
move
my
on, I can
Shayla.
help you find a
My
loving boyfriend who will
Shayla.
get your mind off of Shiro. Kuro, who was holding a grey rabbit, said, I don't want a man, I want MY man. Silver
I
said,
want the MY man. I want the MY man.
Silver dodged her and she landed in Carl, causing
Wait,
Shiro
kill
to
yourself?
scream. Kuro pulled Shiro out and said, oh, there you are. I knew Sunny was a liar and began kissing Shiro. Silver pushed her to the ground,
the
and
pause.
Shiro asked, who are you? Kuro said, Shiro, I'm your wife. Shiro confusedly said, but I have a boyfriend. Silver hugged Shiro and said, don't worry about her. She's crazy. Then Shiro kissed Silver's lips and said, I love you, Silver. Kuro yelled, get away from MY husband. as she
MY
slammed Silver
husband.
against the cave wall. Silver, while trying to fight Kuro off, said, I love you too, Shiro. Kuro then screamed while waving the magic wand she extracted from the void. We then heard a pop. The scene of Silver's and he
No.
fell to the ground crying in pain while holding the spot.
No.
Who let go of the grey rabbit and said, Hiro, transform and fight everyone with
Hiro.
named Hiro, then transformed into a little human boy. Kuro said, oh right, you're 5. Shiro bent her knee the
Oh
wrong
right,
way.
you're 5. Bent her knee the wrong
Said,
way.
Daddy, is it really you? Why are you hurting Mommy? Shiro then stopped and said, oh, I have a child. He began to cry. I'm so sorry, I have amnesia. Shiro then hugged little Hiro and said, Daddy will be here for you from now on, and so will Silver. Hiro asked, what is amnesia? And who is Silver? Shiro sweetly told his son, amnesia means I forgot everything, and Silver is the man I fell in love with. Hiro sadly asked, so you forgot about me and Mommy? Shiro sighed and said, I did. But now that I know about you, I love you so much, Hiro. Kuro, close to death, said,
Nah,
"That's
bro
cute,
killed
but I
his
need an ambulance."
ex.
Silver, still in pain from his
The amount of
brother's
edginess in me
failure,
after reading
said,
this.
So Tiger called whatever your country's emergency number is.
Whatever your
Shiro
country's
was
emergency
also
number
quite
is.
battered from Kuro trying to fight back, but a few bandages would fix it perfectly. In fact, Sunny can multiply his arms at will, so he was able to clean and bandage all of Shiro's scratches at once. When the ambulance came for Kuro and Silver, Sunny watched the two go. He also handed one of the paramedics Kuro's letter confessing to Luna's murder, pointed to Kuro, and said it's from her. The paramedic read it and said, my brother's a cop, I gotta give him this. Thanks handsome Tilda, Sunny said,
Nah.
and said my wife also thinks I'm handsome. The woman just finished putting Kuro in the ambulance without saying a thing. After Kuro and Silver were on their way to the hospital, the sun was setting. Shiro was telling Hiro a bedtime story, and Antares was making sure his hair looked nice. Sunny walked up to him and said, going somewhere. Antares' face reddened as he said, nowhere important, just hanging out with a friend. Sunny laughed and asked, is it Zvezda? Antares, still blushing, Said okay fine, I'm going on a date with her. Sonny hugged his son and said she's a lucky girl. You look perfect. And Terry said, I'm really trying to look like I belong next to such a beautiful woman. Sonny said, you already do. Go, knock her off her feet. Well, not literally, just be you. She will love you. I'd even go in what you're wearing right now. Girls love when guys are just themselves.
As a girl, I can
Terry
actually
looked down
confirm
at
that this
his
is actually true.
Doritos shirt and baggy jeans and said if you say so, then walked out.
I
And
heart
Sonny made him a
burritos.
fancy car with magic to pick her up in and waved him goodbye. Then, happy because their son has finally found love, Sonny and Tigra did.
Nah, the
React for like the
hesitation.
5th time in this story.
For like the
Bonus.
5th time.
Continue to next part. Add. Vote. Be the first to comment speech balloon. You'll also like.
Scottish folklore. Why is he freaky? Why is he freaky? I don't like how he's freaky.
Who needs that?
Why am I getting an ad for birth control? I'm a minor. Reb, I'm sorry I gave Antares a love interest that wasn't you. Reb, if you're watching this video, hi. Assuming you have the attention span too.
Chapter 12. 1210. By Clover_the_mouse. Follow. Share. Sonny was awoken from his dream about riding a unicorn when he heard what he thought was someone breaking in, but it was actually Antares running to the toilet yelling, "She made me eat a
What?
whole extra jalapeno
Wait, hold on.
Doritos with that sauce that has a warning on it." And then everyone heard him screaming his lungs out as his butt exploded.
Nah.
After Sonny knew Antares was off the toilet, he went to ask how his date went. Antares said, well, it was good until we accidentally got too many burritos delivered to her house. They showed up in the middle of our movie and she made me eat all the extras even though they were her order. Sonny put his hand on his son's shoulder and said it's okay. Your mother used to put fish in the fridge. They stinked. Stank. Stunk.
Stink.
I don't know, but you
Stank.
get my point.
Stunk.
Antares said she dumped me because I wasn't spicy enough for her.
What?
Sonny tried to hold in his laugh as he
Even
said,
the
"I
text to
don't
speech
think
is
she's
trying
the
to
one for
process
you,
that.
Dad." Antares said, I think not. Sonny hugged his son while saying don't think too hard about it and go to bed. Good night, Antares. I love you. Antares said good night. Love you too, Dad. I need to change, so please leave. Sonny left the bathroom area through the privacy curtain and went
Privacy
back to bed.
curtain.
The next day,
Privacy
Antares
curtain.
understandably seemed sad the next day as he didn't say a word during breakfast, threw on the nearest clothes, and walked out for the day. Shiro said imagine after Antares was
Imagine. Wait, hold on. Shut up for a second, Georgie. No!
Imagine.
All right, George. Resume. No, I didn't want to do that.
Put on that show he watches every morning. Sonny called a female character's chest flat and turned off the TV. Shiro looked offended and asked what was that for. Sonny said my son got his heart broken last night and you say imagine?
Imagine
Shiro said,
all
"The channel
the
my show is on, it's called
people.
Imagine. How do you not know you have a voice-activated remote?" Sonny said, oh. My bad, carry on, and left to do some shopping. There was a hole in his pillowcase, so he had to get a new one. When he was at the store, he saw so many pillowcases. He was a bit weirded out seeing a lot of them that had celebrities' faces on them. But after literal hours of trying to decide, he
Hi,
found a
Mom.
nice pillowcase with a cool pattern. It was actually very
Yeah, sorry, I'm reacting to my own story.
Then, he saw something that majorly caught his eye. A nice container of chocolate biscuits just at the end of the aisle. The
Biscuits?
last one.
Like the
He ran
George
up to
Harrison
it,
incident?
Only for a pale hand with an orange sleeve to grab it first. Sonny looked at the owner of the hand to see that it was
Nah,
Kira
not
in a
the
prison
Yoko
jumpsuit
stealing George's
with a
biscuits
police officer
reference when
standing
she didn't
behind
even
her.
do it. It was
The officer said, "Now
Ringo.
remember, we're paying for these with your money to give to the man you used magic on to make him kill someone." Kira
Ah, yes,
said,
because
"I
this
know."
definitely happens to prisoners.
Sonny asked, "Wait, how's Apple doing?" The officer said, "We felt so bad for the little guy that we're letting him live in a mansion for free."
You would
and
almost
making
swear I
very
was a
ugly women
troll.
go broke buying him stuff.
You
Kira
hearing
said,
this,
"Not my
John?"
fault he picked up the potion." Sonny said, "Well, I'm glad my friend gets to be happy after what he went through and decided to let those biscuits go because he doesn't even need to eat. He just likes to." When
Big
Sonny
bag,
left the store,
big bag.
he saw a familiar boy sitting on the sidewalk with two girls. That familiar boy was Antares.
Ooh.
One of the girls had fair skin and short blonde hair and was wearing a pink dress, and the other had much darker skin and dark hair in a ponytail with the front dyed red and was wearing a black tank top and dark green cargo pants. Sonny walked up to Antares and said, already trying to find new options, "That's my boy."
Nah.
Both girls started laughing. Antares said, "They're my friends Mersey," and Reb Sonny shook hands.
I hate Domino's Pizza.
Nice to meet you, Reb then shook hands with the girl in the black tank top and said, "And you as well, Mersey." Antares then began to laugh and said, "You mixed them up." Sonny said, "My bad."
I need my sweet lord after this. Thank you, George.
Which led to Antares' dad somehow becoming a member of their group. On the way home, Antares
George, I might
confessed
just turn to
Sonny
your
that
sweet
he
lord.
made himself fall for Zvezda because he has a crush on either Reb or Mersey, but isn't sure which one because he always sees both at once.
Yes, I put my friend in this.
Sonny told him to just wait for one of them to not show up and see if he has feelings for the other. Then they got home and ate the dinner that Shiro helped with, but forgot to take out of the oven that was burnt so bad it was even black on the inside. Plus, bonus. Continue to next part.
Fun fact, I traced this from an actual photo of a shirt. And YouTube shorts. George, I seriously need your sweet lord. Teach me your ways. Please, George. Please! not the Mizuno melody animation. I'm pretty sure I edited this from an actual screenshot of my recommended.
Chapter 13 1010 by Clover_the_mouse. Follow. Share. The next day, Sonny did in fact hang out with Antares and his friends. He was surprised to see that Mersey was wearing a tank top and jeans, very unlike her dress from the day before, which she said was just because she was going to her cousin's birthday party later that day. The group included Sonny like he had always been there, and joked with him like they joked with each other. The group went to the skate park. Sonny decided to just sit and watch his son have fun. He watched for a while, until he noticed a child who looked to be about 5 years old getting onto a board without protection. It wasn't until he noticed the child's white tears that he realized that it was Shiro.
That is terrible. That is a terrible
He
idea.
immediately saw Shiro watching while smiling. He walked up to Shiro and, very calmly and respectfully, asked him, "Are you crazy?"
Very
Children
calmly
aren't
and
allowed to
respectfully.
skate. And Hiro doesn't even have a helmet on. Shiro said he got out of school early and wanted to come, and can't wear a helmet with his ears. Sonny said he's not safe here. Explain that to him. Shiro said, "Yeah, you're right. Hiro, sweetie, come here, we're getting something to eat." Hiro then ran to his father and said this is boring anyways, and the two went to the food stand. Sunny let out
Yeah,
a
after
small
reading
laugh
this terrible
as he
story,
said
George, I need
something
your sweet lord, Hare Krishna.
But eventually he witnessed Antares have the most unfortunate and embarrassing accident he could possibly have. He crashed directly into Mersey and ended up on top of her in a position that looked a bit inappropriate. It took a few seconds.
George, I need your sweet lord, please. Give me the freaking Bible and whatever Hindus read.
Sunny ran to see if Antares was okay. Both Antares and Mersey were very embarrassed, but they were both okay. Neither of them were hurt. Just
I need
shaken up.
your lord,
The
please,
group sat down
George.
for a while
I
and
need
got
your
food.
sweet lord.
Sunny saw Shiro carrying a sleeping Hiro as he floated over to a bench Silver was at. Sunny smiled as he remembered when Antares was that small.
Side note, why does Patty look like an entire doll? She pisses me
The group
off.
members all decided to go home. As Sunny and Antares walked together, Antares seemed to be thinking about something. Sunny asked, "Hey, what are you thinking about?" Antares said, "When I fell on Mersey, it was my first time."
Nah, wait, I think my mom actually saw me writing this part at my freaking grandpa's 75th birthday. At my grandpa's
As he said, "I just never felt close enough to any of those girls to do that with them. I want to save my first time for a special night with T-Woman for me."
with T-Woman. No, not the woman. T-Woman.
Sunny's voice was calm and sweet as
Sunny's
he said,
voice
"You are
was
much more
calm.
patient than me.
The birth control ad
Any
again.
woman I got along with. You're a good man, Antares. I think you and Mersey should date." Antares smiled, then thought for a few seconds.
It's fruity, it's woody. That
It's in shock. The text-to-speech went into shock.
And said, "I actually felt extremely embarrassed on top of her. I'm sure she didn't want that either. We don't belong in such a position, ever. I'll call her to meet privately so I can apologize to her." Sunny patted Antares' back and said, "Good boy.
Good
You're a very
boy.
good friend." Antares smiled.
Is
and
he a
said, "Thanks,
dog?
Dad. I really hope she isn't upset and doesn't think I did it on purpose." Sunny said she doesn't seem like the type to get too worked up about something like that, and Terry said, "Yeah, you're right. Still gonna apologize just in case."
Honestly, Antares is not a green flag. He's an evergreen forest.
Sunny said, "Perfect. She'll know you care about her and are sorry." And
Wait,
who
no,
knows,
he's
maybe
too
you'll fall in
green
love
to
with
be a
her.
green
Or
flag.
not. Will too.
He's a purple
Will
flag
not.
because he's purple.
Will too. This went
That was a
on
terrible
until
joke.
well after they got home. Bonus. Continue to next part. Add. Vote.
Aw, I hate children. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Chapter 14. 1210. By Clover_the_miss. Follow. Share.
I just tasted my dinner.
And Terry's called Mersey and asked her to join the family for dinner because he had to say something to her. She said she could come and that she was excited to see him. When Antares
Now,
and
why'd the
Sunny
cat
went to
toy
hang
hit
out
my
with
door?
Mersey and Reb, Mersey had a pink dress on, not the same one she wore that other time. The group hung out and nothing notable happened. Then Antares and Sunny took Mersey home with them. She is very cool, so she got along with everyone at the dinner table. Her and Antares eventually ended up talking about bands they've recently been listening to. Antares is not very fond of some collected soul band Mersey thinks is cool, and they're both starting to see why Reb likes some band called Sugar Day so much. Sunny didn't recognize either of those, but Sylvie
I don't know
knew
that
both.
song.
Sunny just thought about how Mersey is exactly the type of woman he wanted his son to marry. After dinner, Antares took Mersey aside, and Sunny decided to eavesdrop while holding a book and pretending to read it. Antares
Wow.
said, "I just wanted to say I'm sorry." Mersey asked for what? "You didn't do anything." Antares said,
Really
"For
just
falling
doesn't
on top
care.
of you. I thought I embarrassed you." Mersey let out a little laugh and said, "Antares, you're such a dork. Why would that upset me? You didn't choose to fall on me." Antares said, "Oh. Well, I'm still sorry. If there's anything I can do to make it up to you, just let me know and I'll gladly do it for you." Mersey got a bit red and said, "Hey, Hold still for a sec, and then her eyes were closed, her arms were around his shoulders, and her lips were on his. And Terrace's open eyes looked
Whoa.
surprised and never closed. When Mersey was done kissing him, she suggestively smiled at him and asked how did that feel. I can do more for you if you want it, Tilda Antares, still
Nah.
shaking, said it's weird.
Even the text
You're
to
very
speech is
pretty.
scared.
Exactly my type dash, and just then, Sonny heard more drama start. You don't love me, he heard Shiro say as he turned around to see Shiro.
No more
in nothing but his
McLennan.
underwear, hugging Silver tightly. Silver sighed as he
No
said,
more
"Don't do this to
McLennan.
me. I already feel awful for this. I just see you as a friend, but I wanted you to be happy." Shiro said, "But all those cute pictures of cats snuggling I sent you and said were literally us." Silver said, "Find your other cat. I know it isn't me." Shiro said, "It's you, I know it is." Silver said, "No, I only got with you trying to get my mind off of gold. But now I understand that I need to keep loving her, and only her." Shiro just held on tighter. Silver said, "And plus, I don't really like how you always want to pee on me and touch my feet."
Wait, pause. This is what I would wear for a date with Shiro. Wait, I just noticed it's latex. I'm allergic to latex. Oh well, I'd rather get an allergic reaction than see Shiro.
Feet. Shiro
Feet.
pulled away, turned around, crossed his arms, and said, "Me." Silver sighed and said,
Me.
"And no more sending me the pregnant man emoji at 2:14 in the morning. Why were you even up that late?" Shiro said, "I wasn't tired, so I decided to confuse you a bit."
No.
Silver just shook his head in disbelief and walked out. Sonny then yelled to Shiro, "Put something on. There's a lady here." Shiro, without hesitation, said, "Ask her if she likes what she sees." Tilda Mersey said, "Not my type."
Tilda.
Shiro pulled down his underwear and said, "Now? A-E-U-U-U-G-H." Mersey yelled.
Same reaction,
She
girl.
then continued, "I only want to see that part of Antares." She turned back to Antares and asked, "Does it have stripes?"
Do it have
Antares-
stripe? Wait, hold on. Where is it? No, it's too low quality! Does it have stripes? Excuse me, what? Why am I here? Wait, hold on, back to the confession 342. Trigger warning, this is a bit NSFW. Wait, actually, no, I'm sparing myself the dignity of reciting that on YouTube. Unpause.
Antares got beat red in embarrassment, or I'm not showing you. Mersey asked, "Why not, baby?" Antares said, "If I hadn't been interrupted
Why not,
earlier,
baby?
you would already know. I just don't feel anything romantic for you. I think we should stay just friends." Mersey looked destroyed as she started to cry and ran off, her heart in bits. Antares then said, "Man, I feel horrible. Dad, how do I dad WH? Why are you reading Hiro's bedtime stories upside down?" Sonny said, "Well, there goes my eavesdropping plan. It's okay, she's sweet and will forgive you." Antares said, "I just don't understand. I'm into pretty blondes, so I should be all over her.
Pretty
But
blondes?
I just can't see her like that." Sonny said, "Oh, so that means..." Antares blushed and said, "Yes, I'm in love with Reb." Bonus. Continue to next part. Add. Vote. Be the first to
Why are they giant? They might be giants. They might be giants. Here come the ABCs. We want cake. Where's our cake? Someone please have listened to the They Might Be Giants kid stuff as a kid, please. When you get every woman. Honestly, he deserves every woman. He's one of two good characters in this. The other one's his mom, so that's where he gets it from. Wait, I'm pretty sure this... Wait, no, that's not a draft. It's like, there's this one that never even got released.
Chapter 15.
That was actually kind of good, I
1914.
remember.
By Clover_the_Mouse. Follow. Share. Some months passed, and nothing important happened. And Terry still has that crush on Reb, and still hasn't told her, even though everyone knows. And also, Shiro has lived in the cave for a year. His hair was growing long again, but he didn't really like how the back reached past his shoulders while the front only reached his chin, so he went to get it cut.
No,
And
because
Sunny
why is
went
this
with to
literally
yell at the
mine?
poor stylist if they messed up. While he was waiting, a small, kinda cute, glasses-wearing woman approached him and said, "Don't do it. Your hair is beautiful." Shiro said, "Girl, what, you don't even know me? But you're beautiful. What's your name?" The woman blushed and said, "I'm Kaihua, and thank you for calling me beautiful. I think you are too. And who are you?" Shiro said, "I'm Shiro. Wanna grab lunch after we're done here?" Kaihua said, "Of course. You're so handsome and seem so sweet." Shiro smiled at her and giggled a bit. Sunny decided
Nah,
to
not the
ruin it.
giggle. Nah.
Not sure if you're still gonna want him after he's done. He's getting his head shaved completely bald. Kaihua looked distraught. Shiro said, "No, I'm just getting the back a bit shorter." Sunny said, "Oh right, you told me on the way here you actually want a bowl cut. Silly me." Kaihua
That's
said,
wild.
even worse." Shiro said, "Sunny, stop it. I'm just getting the back a bit shorter so it's closer in length to the front. That's all. It'll still be long. After this I'm actually planning to grow it to my shoulders." Kaihua said, "And you'll look so good.
Is she a microwave?
Schedule an appointment. Couldn't call because my phone literally exploded this morning."
What?
Shiro was in shock.
And so was the text-to-speech.
Then, his name was called and he went over to the chair and said what he wanted. Then after the poor woman's Sunny death stared the whole time she was cutting Shiro's hair finished, he thanked her, paid with money Sunny created with a spell, and met Kaihua outside. Sunny decided to eavesdrop like he always does. He heard Kaihua compliment Shiro's haircut, then they walked off, and Sunny decided he didn't need to supervise their date, so he went home.
Why was he
When
trying to
got home,
supervise in the first
Kaihua asked him where
place?
Shiro went, and he said he's got a girl. They're getting lunch together. Silver, who was there to return Shiro's missing sock he found in his house, said so he's finally gonna stop posting those extremely targeted vents with crying selfies. If he doesn't, I'm gonna post about how I feel after his other ex blew up the tip of my dash. We don't need to hear about that.
The tip of my dash is wild. The text-to-speech is in shock again.
That. Why do you even have one in the first place? Weren't you a doll? Sunny interrupted. Silver sighed and said, "I was custom made for activities. In 1968,
Activities.
based on my old owner's favorite celebrity. I hated his 82, so that makes me also an old man." Sunny yelled, "Paul McCartney." Silver
Paul
said, "Yeah,
McCartney.
I don't like telling people that, and I can never listen to Beatles songs with a straight face." Sunny couldn't help but laugh, much to Silver's embarrassment. Then, there was awkward silence until he left to go make dinner. Nothing, other than Shiro texting Sunny to say he was taking Kaihua to the mall, happened until Aunt Terry's got home and Silver was back with the food. Everyone went into panic mode when Hiro said, "I learned a new word. Thank
Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. That was supposed to be the
Thankfully,
SpongeBob
new
sound
word in
effect.
question was discombobulated and not a
Woo!
curse word. After dinner, while everyone was watching TV, Shiro came back with Kaihua holding his hand. The two dropped their shopping bags on the ground and Shiro led his date to his bed. Sunny again began to listen in. He heard as Shiro excitedly removed Kaihua's clothes, then his own. However, she
Again?
did not like his private part very much. And by that I mean she concernedly asked, "Why's it so hard?"
Nah!
Shiro said, "Because the
I
author
sound
of
like
this
my
story
cat
is
Wildflower
into
when
that,
she
and
wants
I'm her
pets.
favorite character."
The author of the
Kaihua
story is
yelled,
into
"What
that.
is wrong with the author?"
She may or may not
Shiro
still
said she's been
be.
trying to figure that out her whole life. Kaihua sighed and said, "Well, I don't really like that, so I bye. But I think we can be friends." Then after they finished discussing and she put her clothes back on, he somehow got her to kiss him. She grabbed her shopping bags and walked out. Shiro, still naked, came out from behind his curtain and said, "Never take a cute girl to lunch." Continue to next part.
She looks like she'd say that. Kaiho is now my worst enemy. And Shiro, for once I think you didn't deserve something. And here's... You do not want to know what I misread the PJ shirt text on her shirt as. Oh, the author's note.
Author's note 410 by Clover_the_mouse. Follow. Share. Hi, sorry if this disappoints anyone, but I have no interest in finishing this story. I wasn't really in a good place mentally when I wrote it and don't want to remember that. Some writing choices were, choices. A lot of the humor I do not find funny anymore. I'm busy with other things. And this story is borderline unreadable because I refused to use paragraphs and didn't realize most people do not want to read a huge brick of text. Hope you understand. Thank you for reading. You've reached the end of published parts.
We've reached the end. Finally!
Add this story to your library to get notified about new
Right now I'm crying the tears of the world because of this story.
Add. Vote. Be the first to comment Speech Balloon. You'll also like 14,927. A mix of tales from Scottish folklore. 58.5k 868. Wattpad Originals. Try Premium. Get the app. Language.
We're just ending with this. This is more entertaining than the actual story for real.
Press. Terms. Privacy.
More entertaining than the actual story for real.
Accessibility. Health. Copyright symbol 2025 Wattpad.
Woo! Finally, this is over! I have to cleanse my brain after that. I have a lot of weird folders. I'm just gonna be looking at these for like 2 hours to cleanse my brain. Alright, bye.